Hello, Cancer. This reading is for you guys. It's a timeless reading. So, whenever it finds you, it's for you. Okay. 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 Knight of Cups. Okay. We'll see what this is about. Knight of Cups wanted to come out. It's someone who wants to offer love. You know, it's the sweetest offer. It's the romance offer. Ace of Swords. This is confirming that somebody wants to offer some love to you. Somebody wants to communicate with you and hesitant about doing so. Why? They're worried. They don't see these two cups in the background. So maybe they're not sure about how you're going to respond to the situation, but they've been hurt before, whether it's been by you or by somebody else. But definitely they don't want to put themselves out there. They're thinking about it though. Page of Pentacles. They're really thinking about it. Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign. Could be Leo, Sag, Aries. Doesn't have to be, but definitely this individual, like they have something very unique about them. Even though it's a queen card, it could be male or female. Okay, depends. Whatever you're attracted to. Tarot doesn't have a gender, right? But whatever it is, they do their own thing, Even if they're in like a friend group that you have or something like that, there's something different about them, different from people that you've dated in the past, different from people that you have met. This person stands out, and in a way, they don't care about what other people think of them or by what is popular. They're unique. They bring a unique perspective to things. And okay, Page of Wands. They might be newly single as well. And just an adventurer, somebody who likes to travel, somebody who is on a journey, on a mission, They have things that they're doing all the time, And maybe you wouldn't know this about this person, but they are someone who is passionate and who is on a new journey now in their life. Like something happened to them in the recent past. So you can decipher what that is. You may not even know this person. These could just be clues for when this person, you meet them, or when they present themselves. You could already be in a relationship with this person, and this is just talking about some sort of progression that's going to happen between the two of you here. But whatever it is, you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming because, this is the card of, the Four of Cups is a card of disappointment, but it's a card of unexpected. There's a cup being offered here and he doesn't see it and he's very disappointed about it, focusing on, just having the Three Cups, which Three Cups is a celebration. The Three of Cups is joy. The Three of Cups is, a reason to celebrate, a gathering with people that you want to celebrate. So there's reason to be very excited about the Three of Cups, but you can be unexcited about something, or something can look one way and it's really not. And so that's the energy that I'm getting between the two of you as to how this starts. The Lovers. Wow. Could be a Gemini, doesn't have to be, but regardless, love is on their mind. Love is coming for you. Look at this King of Cups. Wow. I feel like they're wanting you to approach them. They're wanting a sign from you to them that it's okay to move forward. It could also be another water sign that you're dealing with, a Pisces, another Cancer, or a Scorpio, right? Doesn't have to be. Don't hold too tightly to the signs. But regardless, they have a lot of love for you here. The King of Cups is like somebody who knows how to be calm in the middle of a storm. They are the voice of reason. in a situation. They're the one that people turn to for things. So this person could have a lot of friends, and they are the one of their friends that is like a leader. The leader is the one that is like solving problems when it comes up. They're the ones that's like smoothing things over. They know how to keep their cool when the waves are just everywhere crashing and like thrashing about. The King of Cups. The King of Cups knows how to romance. They want to do that. They can be very tender lovers. So you take with that what you will, but they definitely know how to romance someone, and that is something that you're a very nurturing sign, Cancer. So to have someone who is going to show up really in your energy here, and they are willing to give back to you what you have brought to them, what you bring. Now that's pretty refreshing, right? You have King of Swords. So they can be pretty clear-minded and decisive as well. Now we have Queen of Pentacles. Somebody might have kids in the situation. They may have something come up with someone that they have kids with or something like that, or a person from the past. But somebody is worried about somebody here with the Seven of Swords. Is there like something is coming in the way of you two getting together? And it feels like, they're showing me right now, like, the Seven of Swords. First of all, in tarot, everything can mean a million different things. This card means so many different things at the same time. Yes, it can mean a liar, cheater, or stealer. It can also mean a person that's coming up with a creative solution that's actually very kind-hearted and thinking of all of humanity, because, this person here does not want to go to war. So they're sneaking into the enemy camp and they're stealing all of the weapons. So that way they don't have to go to war. There's no way that anyone can be hurt because nobody has any weapons. So, it can mean a lot of different things. That's why most readers read intuitively. I read intuitively. So it's like, what I'm really being pulled to about this card is that this person is watching the night before to see when everybody's falling asleep, when it's safe to make their move. And I'm getting that kind of energy from this card. This is reminding me of someone, possibly an earth sign, your ex, one of their exes, could even be an air sign. Okay, so we're talking Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or we're talking Taurus, Virgo, Cap. And they're watching to see what's going to happen with the two of you. So for those of you who know who this person is, you guys know of each other in a way, or you're going to find out you run in similar circles, of each other. And it's like people, or even it could just be your ex or their ex is watching when to make a right move about trying to come back in. So that could also be preventing this progression. If they're out and they see someone and then their ex is there, well, now they want to leave because of that, and that's preventing them coming and making moves towards you. It doesn't always have to be that they want to get back with their ex or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think so. Nine of Swords and then the Two of Swords. So this person is blocked. This is saying no, because they were really hurt by their ex. You may have been really hurt by your ex as well. Both of you may have been really hurt by your ex, and both of you are blocking your ex. A good way to tell what you are attracting towards you is if you honestly take a look at your state right now. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very self-aware. She is aware of her emotions, okay? She knows her emotions and she knows how to manage them, to understand them. She has taken an honest look within. And the Ace of Swords is your first card here. So that is, when you have an Ace of Swords, you're speaking your truth. You're not going to be able to not speak your truth. And other people as well. So when you're in the energy of speaking your truth, this is what you're attracting towards you. other people are speaking their truth as well. So if you can take an honest look within and say, am I really done with my ex? Have I really moved on in a healthy manner? And am I really open and wanting to give genuinely to a situation? 100% honest within yourself. Can you say that? Then you know when a person is coming towards you that they are genuine. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that you're not always genuine. Sometimes it can just be that you're so worried about being taken advantage of. That's why it's so important when we break up with someone that we take an honest look at and own our part. Because if you just say, I'm a victim, they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this, Cancer, I love you, no. Right? Because no one is more powerful than you for your life. Nobody can assert anything over your life that you do not allow. So yes, that person may be crazy toxic and did horrible things to you that you did not deserve. No judgment here. I have been there. Anyways, not going to get into all that. But there's a point where you have to say, okay, what part did I play? How I allowed this in some way, shape, or form. And whatever way that was, even if I'm not aware of the way that I allowed this, I am acknowledging that I am taking ownership over my life and that I attract everything that comes to me. And I am now going to let go everything I attracted in the past and start with a clean slate and attract new in the future. So all of that fear, because you can be in fear of something coming back again, and then you're like, you don't realize that you're attracting the same situation. That's why people get hung up with the same relationship over, like the people change, the scenery changes, but it's the same story, because they never really took their full power over and said, no, I am worthy of love, and I know 100% love is coming to me, and I trust in this universe. And what happened before, I'm not a victim of that. I chose that because I was not aware of my own power, but now I am. So this is like a book that's being closed, and now I'm starting a whole new book. And none of that old information is being transferred to this book. It's a separate thing. That's what you're doing. And that's what your person is doing too. It just might take... It's taking one of you longer. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's them. I don't know. But it's taking somebody longer. That's just it. Sorry. It's taking somebody longer. 9 of Cups. So in the meantime, the Spirit is saying, one of you is looking back still at the swords being put in your back. That's what she's doing here. She ran away from a situation here, but she's still looking back at it. And you can look back and you can say, well, yeah, that person put all those swords in my back. But maybe when I felt the first poke, I should have ran the other way. That's not to say you're putting all of the blame on yourself, but it is to say that you were taking all of your own power moving forward, and you're saying, I'm not going to look at all the negative things that happened to me before. I'm going to look at everything that brings me joy in this life. That's the 9 of Cups. What fulfills me? Got a Tower here. So whoever is taking longer to look at this is going to get a Tower. Universe is like, Tower them. I feel like it's them, it's not you. But if you experience, it doesn't matter. And honestly, it could be both of you simultaneously. And it's just, somebody trying to come back in here and offer some love. They want it to be equal. This person, after this Tower, then they can look back in a different way, and then they can move forward. Yeah, somebody is manifesting this. This could be you, honestly, manifesting this. You have the Devil here and the Hanged Man. Somebody is seeing something in a different way, that's for sure. Somebody's still cutting somebody out. Somebody needs to cut somebody out. Something, I think it was their perspective that was toxic. It was the perspective that was toxic. And now that's what they're cutting out. You're manifesting, you could be very well manifesting this person seeing things clearly, maybe seeing their part in their past relationship. Because you have the Emperor here. So, you're upgrading your own pentacles at this time with the Six of Pentacles. You're upgrading your own pentacles at this. In the meantime, let me just pour all this energy into myself and manifest everything that I want. Like that's kind of, that really feels like what you're doing. Got the Sun here. Yeah, it feels like you have a lot to be joyful for at this time. And you're starting to see that. Especially someone's actions, I feel like, are going to make you very happy. Someone also might have news for you that brings something to light that you didn't know. It could be a friend. You know, you thought you were out here on your own and you were imagining something between you and somebody else. You thought that you were out here and something was done, but it's not done. You thought that somebody wasn't loyal in a way, and that really devastated you, but it feels like you were misinformed, like information was manipulated by a source, someone who's trying to intervene and stop this all from coming together. This could be about you and this person connecting romantically, and one of your exes is trying to intervene, or just other people that are jealous that want you or want this person, want to be reunited with you or celebrate with you, and they want to have this wish fulfillment with you with the Star. But somebody had tried to get in the middle, and now you're getting clarity on a situation, because you know the Sun card is the opposite of the Moon. The Moon is mysteries, it's illusions, it's false things. It's not being able to see things clearly and needing to go on a journey. Well, you went on the journey already, and so did they. So now things are being illuminated here. Now clarity is being brought to the situation. So I feel like before you were told false information, you overheard false information, or somebody had like skewed this person in a very negative light. And maybe they didn't even maliciously mean to. But they did. They did. And now you're bringing aware of this situation. There's something like that here, Judgment here. Like, look at this blindfold. You thought that this person had left you out in the cold, but they didn't. And look at this, look at this, look at this. Can't make this up. So it's like you really thought that this person left you out in the cold. And look at her looking over at the Ten of Swords, but then it's like, no. Ace of Swords. Queen of Swords. You're being brought into some kind of communication is helping you see something clearly. And you've been playing this over in your mind quite a bit. Because, you know, it looked like something was going to go a certain way. And you were disappointed, but you still felt the pull of the emotions. You still saw this person as an empress, or they still saw you as an empress, and this is going on for them. Either way, I feel like you're going to hear about it, and it's going to make sense. But a new perspective is being seen now with the Hanged Man. Now somebody is wanting to figure out how to come back in. They want to figure out how to come back in here with this. because they are good on their own, but they would like to come back in. These feelings of nostalgia are still here. So now they're using this knowledge that they have. See how he's holding these swords carefully. How am I going to use this knowledge carefully? Planning my next move. And it feels like it's something that Spirit is going to help along rather quickly, because look, love, because you're in alignment and love is now here for you. Wow, Cancer. Okay, let's clear these. Who is this person you're going to hear from or they're going to hear from? I feel like it's a mutual friend. So I would just be aware of what people have to say at this time. You know, especially if you have a mutual friend. Or, you know, it could even be, if you don't know them, a person that they, you know, maybe you learn something about this person and then you're like, oh, well, this is not going to be good or something like that. Or I don't want a person like that because of this, this, and this. And then somebody says something and you see a different perspective about those type of people. Like, could be like people in the military. You know, somebody says, oh, people in the military, they're all like this, they're all like that, blah, 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 blah. And then it makes you think, oh, yeah, that's right. That's not going to work. And then somebody's like, yeah, well, this person in the military is like this. And it's like, oh, yeah. Well, I guess anybody could be any kind of way. It doesn't have to be someone in the military. I don't know. It's just something that popped into my head. So it's like, you get the example of what I'm talking about. You think that a person is one way, and then you think, oh, that's not going to work. But then you find out that's not the real information. You know, how many times is the Ace of Cups and the Magician going to come out now? Because it's been 3. So you're manifesting love. If you want to manifest love, new love, that's, the universe is saying, yeah, we heard you. It's coming. Yes. The answer is yes. Could be with a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Or another water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or another Cancer. Could even be Leo with the Strength card. So, this feels like a person that you're dealing with that is kind of all over the place, and, you know, they just have wounded energy. I feel like you're going to see someone differently than what you have seen them. A person. It's like maybe, you know, a person doesn't give the best advice, or, you know, maybe their perspective is a little bit jaded, or there's just something about a particular person and the way that they go around and everything. And that was okay before. You and this person, you shared time together in some capacity, and you went over here and you would do this, or you would do this, or you would spend days together. And now that worked for you. And now it's not really like they have changed, but you changed. You changed. And you don't, it's not the same anymore doing those same things. And then it's like kind of thinking, was that ever really fulfilling? Yeah, because look at this 8 of Cups here. He's going back and he's looking up at the moon and looking at the cycles. And the moon has a lot of cycles, so it's like looking at the cycles of your life. Looking at things and saying, maybe I acted like I was 10 of Cups happy, but I was really 8 of Cups. And you know, 8 of Cups is just not doing it for me. I deserve the 10 of Cups. And I want the 10 of Cups. Something that you used to enjoy, that it's just like, well, now I want to put that energy into something different, into a different kind of a collaboration that is just different than something else that you have done before. And it's just something that you're holding back. You know, maybe you have been holding back because you wanted to wait for the right person. It kind of feels like energy of like, well, you know, once I meet someone, then I'm going to plan a trip and I'm going to travel, or, you know, like once I retire, then I'm going to do that thing that I really love to do all the time. But right now I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. And it's kind of like saying, why would you wait when you could be happy right now? Because you never know how the universe is going to orchestrate things for you. So when you kind of follow your own bliss here, when you have all of these options, if you go by your emotions and you're focusing on what is wanted, well, this is how you achieve this emperor status. Empress, excuse me. And that is really like what is wanted here, right? And it's like you're kind of doing that already. You're still like, there's a little bit of waiting here. But the longer you wait, the more it's going to get toxic. The more things that used to be great are just not going to be great. But look like you're moving. You're moving in a different direction than you have been in the past, Cancer. That's your card. That's your card. So this is you showing up in your strongest energy here. I'm saying, yeah, I'm the Chariot. I bring things into balance. I see the darkness and I understand how to move through to the light here, you know. The Two of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Where you have blockages, when they will now be revealed. You know, the Chariot card is a card of no blocks. No blockages in their way. And they're going into the unknown here, really. So it's kind of like the time is now. If you're waiting, if there's something that you're waiting on, yeah, the universe is like, there's an end to that waiting. We're not waiting anymore. Now is go time. You have Pentacles here and the Wheel of Fortune. This is very powerful energy. These three cards together is very powerful energy for beautiful and abundant change coming into your life. So no more holding back. The time now is to act quick. And even if it's something that would surprise other people, you know, it just feels like it's a part of your journey to move forward. So if there's something that you have been holding back on, that you've been waiting on, Spirit is kind of saying, you know, that there's an end to that. No more of that. Yeah. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. Time to go forward and not worry about what anybody else thinks and set off on this new adventure. And it feels like on your own. Like maybe distancing yourself from the people that you see every day, that you hang around with every day. There's going to be a change there. It feels like the change has been coming for a long, long time. And you just kind of haven't been saying anything. Maybe you see them and they talk the same talk. And you just kind of, yeah. But before it was really funny and, you know, you were really engaged. And, you know, now it's just same old, same old. It doesn't, there's no substance now. It has changed. And it's forcing you to move. You're going to do that too. Could be also a Pisces that says something to you that sticks, that pushes some sort of movement forward for you. Doesn't have to be though. Okay, so I'm going to pull a charm for you. Oh, you got the little lizard. How cute. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Little lizard. He's so cute. Looks like a chameleon, you know, or a salamander. And you know, the salamanders are all over the cloak on the typical traditional King of Wands, meaning that he is protected at this time from danger. Okay, so that he can make these quick decisions. He can look without leaping. He can just go for things, and he is protected at this time. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that it's okay for you to go with this flow that you're feeling a pull for right now. If you feel a pull to make some quick decisions and to just kind of go for things and not worry about anything, Spirit is wanting you to know that you are protected at this time. So if you feel the pull, go. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, Cancer.